Today we have brought you the latest Tesla news. Tesla and EVs' popularity pushes car carrier companies to seek higher weight limits. Tesla doubles down on tribal land loophole to get around dumb direct sale ban. Tesla in Europe calls customers to confirm Model S and X Plaid orders. And Tesla Model Y outsells all other cars in Germany for the first time. Let's get into all the details. So let's get started. With the transition to electric vehicles now inevitable, car carrier companies are urging politicians and the Biden administration to raise the truck weight limitations on the United States highways. By doing so, car carrier companies could transport more electric vehicles. But inasmuch as the proposal seems sound, the rail sector and safety activists strongly oppose the idea, with critics arguing that heavier trucks mean more dangerous roads. It should be noted that even before electric vehicles like the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y became mainstream, American vehicles were already getting heavier. For now, electric vehicles comprise less than 1% of the cars on U.S. roads, but U.S. President Joe Biden and his administration have pushed for half of vehicle sales by 2030 to be comprised of EVs. This is great for the environment, but pushing more EVs has an after effect of sorts. Since electric cars are heavier than their combustion-powered counterparts due to their large batteries, car carrier companies simply cannot transport as many of them as quickly under the current weight limits for car carrier trucks on the road, according to an auto blog report. Sarah Amico, executive chairman of Jack Cooper, one of the largest car carrier companies in North America, outlined some risks that come if the U.S. government's road weight limits maintain the status quo. The truth is, we will not be able to move as many electric vehicles under the current weight limit. That could mean more trucks on the road, delays in orders, and increased costs, Amico said. Trailers in the United States today are restricted by federal highway safety standards to 80,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. And with the growing prevalence of EVs, the car hauling industry has pushed its lobbying efforts in an attempt to update the restrictions. The effort has some supporters, such as Illinois Republican lawmaker Rodney Davis, who serves on the House Transportation Committee. Davis noted that the auto transporter industry is looking to raise the weight limit on roads by about 5 to 10%. While an extra 8,000 pounds may not sound like much, it could be the difference maker that could allow transporters to carry the same number of EVs as their ICE-powered counterparts. The efforts of car carrier companies, however, have met strong opposition from critics. Among these critics are the company's rivals in the freight rail industry, as well as safety experts, who argue that heavier trucks are more difficult to stop, easier to roll, and cause more wear and tear on roads. But while the concerns of skeptics are reasonable, the use of all-electric trucks like the Tesla Semi should address a number of safety concerns about heavier vehicles on the road. Electric trucks, after all, utilize systems such as regenerative braking to help the vehicles stop safely. The rollout of systems like autopilot and FSD could also be a difference maker in the safety of trucks, as they could ensure that pedestrians and other commuters are as safe as possible on the road. Moving to the next update, Tesla doubles down on tribal land loophole to get around dumb direct sale ban. Tesla has doubled down on its plan to build sales and service centers on tribal land as a loophole to get around New Mexico's dumb direct sale ban. New Mexico, like a few other states, still has laws prohibiting direct sales of electric vehicles to the public without going through third-party dealerships. These bans come from old laws that were meant to protect car dealers from their own automakers supplying the vehicles. The idea is that automakers couldn't open a company-owned store next to a third-party dealer after they have made the investment to sell their cars. However, now car dealerships are using those old laws to prevent automakers that never had deals with third-party franchise dealers, like Tesla, from selling their vehicles to the public, even though it's fair competition. Tesla has been fighting those laws in many states with some success. It hasn't been the case in New Mexico, where Tesla hasn't been able to establish an official presence. In 2019, Tesla tried to push a new law in the state with the help of some favorable legislators, but the local car dealer associations flexed their political muscle and it was dropped quickly. Last year, we reported on Tesla finding an interesting loophole. Tesla managed to open its first store and service center in the state by opening inside an old casino north of Santa Fe, and it did it by partnering with the First Nation of Nam Pueblo and opening the location on their tribal land. The new Tesla center now covers the Santa Fe area. It sounds like the automaker has been happy with the arrangement since it has now doubled down on the loophole and decided to open its recent Tesla center in New Mexico. Tesla is again building on tribal land, this time thanks to a partnership with the Santa Ana Pueblo, which is located closer to Albuquerque, enabling Tesla to give the city some service coverage. Ironically, legislators, who are the ones who could end the state's direct sale ban, are applauding Tesla for going to the tribal land to build the new location. Now with Albuquerque and Santa Fe covered, Tesla has service stations covering two of the most populated centers in the state. While there's another big population center around Las Cruces in the south of the state, it is somewhat covered by the service center in El Paso, Texas. Moving to the next update, Tesla in Europe calls customers to confirm Model S and X Plaid orders. Tesla in Europe is calling customers to confirm orders for Model S and Model X Plaid. Presumably, deliveries should begin in November. The expectation for Tesla Model S and Model X Plaid deliveries to begin in Europe could reach the finish line as early as this quarter. Several confirmations have been released in recent days that the company could start delivering these vehicles starting in November. TeslaMag drew attention to a thread on the local TFF forum where the topic of the start of deliveries of the long-awaited cars was discussed. Several forum members, including those from several different cities in Germany and Austria, reported receiving calls from Tesla employees. During the conversation, the company's managers clarified whether the configuration of the car remains unchanged. If the customers did not make any changes and agreed to receive delivery in Q4, then Tesla employees agreed on the address, place of delivery, and payment terms. The earliest delivery date reported was the end of November, with the latest in February. For the first time, the opportunity to order Model S and Model X in Europe appeared at the end of 2021, but was soon closed. Only at the beginning of August 2022 did the order configurator on the manufacturer's website reopen for Europeans. Along with this, those who had previously ordered cars began to receive emails asking them to confirm their order. The company collected delivery and payment data but did not disclose a start date for deliveries. One of the customers reported that a Tesla Vienna employee said that the first deliveries are scheduled for Q4 2022. At the moment, it remains unclear how many Model S and Model X will be delivered to Europe. However, even a small number of vehicles delivered to several European countries would be a great start. For now, Tesla does not deliver cars from the US to Europe, and there have been no reports of ships with cars heading there either. Moving to the last update, Tesla Model Y outsells all other cars in Germany for the first time. Tesla has been able to do what many critics thought wasn't possible and outsell all other auto brands in Germany, as the Model Y was the most popular car in the country in September. The Texas-based automaker was able to achieve this feat just 7 months after opening Giga Berlin and well before it is fully ramped production. Last week we reported that Tesla registrations in Germany increased 70% year-over-year last month, helping EVs secure a 20% market share in September. At the time, the Federal Motor Transport Authority (KBA) only released cumulative data, but now they released additional data showing the Model Y was the top seller in the country, even when including internal combustion engine vehicles in the mix. According to the KBA, Tesla delivered 9,848 Model Ys and 3,876 Model 3s in Germany in September, for a total of 13,724 Tesla registrations overall. With the nearly 10,000 deliveries, the Model Y easily outsold a perennial and hometown favorite, the Volkswagen Golf, which accumulated 7,095 registrations during the 30-day month. Rounding out the top 3 bestsellers was the Volkswagen Tiguan at 5,887, followed by the Skoda Octavia at 5,786 and Volkswagen T-Roc at 5,135, according to Next Move. The nearly 4,000 Model 3 deliveries was enough to make the electric sedan the 8th most popular car in Germany last month. Through the first 9 months of the year, Tesla has now delivered just under 40,000 vehicles, about halfway to its internally stated goal of 80,000 units in 2022. That means Tesla will have to deliver as many cars in the final 3 months of the year as they have up to this point. This isn't impossible, considering Giga Berlin is ramping production and now producing over 2,000 cars per week. The company hopes to increase that to as many as 5,000 per week by the end of the year. Combined with the Model 3 imports from Giga Shanghai and the possibility of Model S and X deliveries starting next month, Tesla has a shot at achieving its target based on the popularity of their cars in Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz stomping grounds. That's it for now. So what are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.